Welcome, everyone. Welcome. I'm here to do the new moon in Aries for March 30th. And this is going to be a potent new moon because it's leading us towards that full moon on the 15th of April, which is all aligning with the big Grand Cross. And follow the astrologers. They're all pumped up about what's happening for the month of April. And considering that Aries starts the zodiac, so it's like literally the new beginning for the zodiac year here, for the 12 zodiac signs. So Aries, the first one. And so it's literally, new moons are all about new beginnings, plant those seeds. So this month we're leading into April is gonna be pumped up, people. And I think it's good, potent and powerful, and want to be courageous. That's the theme, because Aries is the ram, and the trump card is the emperor. Okay, so the Aries, we don't mess around with them too much. Okay, I mean, we gotta respect that kind of driven, and it's a fire sign, so we've got the spirit in the house too. So, and Aries is also ruled by Mars. Okay, and Mars is gonna be in Libra, or is going to be going in Libra, and I know that that full moon is going to be in Libra. So it's just, and that's Libra's about, the balance and partnerships, and it's just good energies, my friends. So let's pick some cards to see how it's going to unfold. But it's really potent as new moons go, because of what's going to be happening with Uranus too. And like I said, my friends, I apologize, I am not an astrologer. I respect them because they give us the map for me to know how to, set up the cards to read and everything like that. But I did bring out the Earth Magic by Stephen Farmer here, because in this deck he has a new moon in here, okay, and about promise, and then the fire, passion, giving that fire for Aries. And then we just went through our spring equinox, so these energies are in here. And if you're in the southern hemisphere, then you're hitting that autumn time. And then we've got the ancestors. So I really wanted to work in love, compassion. I wanted to work, and there's the autumn equinox for those in the southern. But anyway, a lot of new beginnings with the dawn card. So anyway, I brought them out. So we'll just set them back in here. And then I'm also going to work with the Angel Tarot, okay, by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. And then I'm going to work with Barbara Moore's The Gilded Tarot. Okay, so let us see what the, and I brought my Emperor out here too, just to give that, that little boost. But let's pick some cards, and we'll see how the reading unfolds. But okay, look at this card just slid out here. I'm gonna make that a bonus card because it didn't go with the deck. Oh, there's another one. It's just popped in my hand here, people. Should we look at it now or put it to the side? Let's put it to the side. Okay, we got two cards coming out of the side. Okay, so let's see. All right, now let's get grounded. You know how we like to do it. Put your intentions out there too. What are your thoughts? What would you like to see? And get comfortable. Let's start that deep breathing, body alignment. Get comfortable where, your body alignment, your spine is feeling good there. And take your deep breaths, inhale, and exhale slowly. And I'll pick 3 of the Angel Tarot, 3 of the Gilded Tarot, and 3 of Earth Magic. And we got 2 extras here. I'll be curious to see. Okay, with good blessings to the table, we begin this new moon in Aries. Another word popped in is liberation. You want to be liberated with this new moon, of all the new moons, and we're starting new beginnings. So let's think of the zodiac calendar as beginning, and we're going to make these next 12 months to come supreme. Okay, let us begin, opening with the Angel Tarot. And we have Four of Fire, contentment, peace, and abundance, a happy home life, the successful completion of a project. Wow, well, that's one for especially for many of us who are, have projects in the fire here. But there we go. We've got the fire coming through, and those fours about that stability, okay? So already we have a position here, but that's really beautiful. I love to see that the fire has come out already. And what a beautiful, phrasing. You can see the little dragon in here too. Contentment, peace, and abundance, a happy home life, the successful completion of a project. Great way to open. Okay, and then we had the 10 of air. Here we go. The unicorns are with us. And that number 10 is that transcendence number, okay? The end of a difficult situation, embrace the change, and expect things to get better now, recovering from an addiction. There you go, my friends. We've been through it. That number 10, okay? Number 9 is the completion. 10 is the transcendence for us to go to that positive place, because the end of a difficult situation is over. We embrace the change and expect things to get better now. Recovering from addiction. So and we know that we've been trying to, deep breathe, get out, exercise outside. We don't want to be staying home in depressed state. 2 of earth. Okay, here we have the pentacles are on the coins. Too much going on at once. The need to make a decision. Consider a more playful approach. Okay, that's funny. On my Facebook page yesterday, I posted something from Archangel Raphael. Time to make a decision, I think it was. Time to decide. So here we go. It's saying something again to us. The need to make a decision. Too much going on at once. Consider a more playful approach. And that's what we can do. Sometimes we get so serious, we get caught up with all that, but it's good to be playful. And here we have the Fool coming through, the first card of the major arcana. Very beautiful. And this is pretty, like we're starting with this Aries, the first uh, zodiac in the calendar there. And so we're starting all new beginnings. And this Fool would be the initiate. I like to call him the initiate because he's starting out, without that wisdom, but he's going to gain. The next person he sees is the magician, and then the high priestess, then the empress, then the emperor. So they have a lot of wisdom for the Fool. So just go for that. 8 of Swords. Okay, well, here's this position here, being in a precarious position. It's the 8 of Swords. It's that mental air, which they were just highlighting here. Too much going on. They need to make a decision. Consider a playful approach. So don't go into a negative pattern where you can see her hands are tied, but she can easily remove herself from this precarious position. But for some reason she doesn't, because mentally she's not strong, or maybe she's a little too weak or something. But we gotta avoid all that, okay? And 8 is the power number. So we should, program ourselves that, yes, not every day is a wonderful day, but we don't have to be stuck in precarious positions, okay? Just get a playful approach. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. Look at that. I love this card. Look at that peacock in there. Beautiful. And then the divination system that I follow when I do those readings, which I gotta get organized with that. But anyway, I am the Queen of Pentacles, like Queen of Diamonds, really, because I read the playing cards. But so I love when I see her come through. She's saying hello to me. Okay, and we have the spring equinox has come through. I was hoping that one of the cards would come out that I had highlighted earlier. And there we have that rebirth. And that's exactly what this new moon is wanting us to do, okay? Have courageous follow through, okay? Be assertive. Um, just go for it and be bold, okay, without, hurting anybody, not being a dummy about it or, a-hole about it, but you go because the universe is working with you to go and get what you want, okay? And it's about that inner life. I think this is a beautiful card too. I really like this deck. I don't work with it very often, but when I do, I love all the messages. Oh, and look, we have Wolf Instinct. Wow. I'm feeling this reading here myself because my totem animal is wolf. In Native American, my birth date is in March, and the wolf is my totem. Instinct. And there we go. We got to go for that instinct, people. That's the way it is. Okay, and winter solstice reflection. Well, then here we go. Maybe whatever we start now, let's give ourselves till December, okay? You whatever projects you're working on, if they're something from your soul and your heart, you know, put a goal to getting it finished, or that by this time in winter here, the solstice, December 21st, would be a nice time to maybe map it out that what you want to do is going to be achieved or ready to, set itself for the winter solstice. And let's see what we got here. Ooh, we got a Page of Pentacles and the Charioteer. Pretty cool. So we got some coins in the monetary positions here, and the pages are usually, that youth element. But he's working towards his goals, and the Chariot is always determined to work towards his goals, no doubt about it. Okay, and this is all about the balance too, no doubt. And we've got a female driving the chariot here. So definitely just keep on determination. If you have something in your heart and your mind and your soul, and you need to establish this, whatever project it is, writing a book, or painting something, or just if you're moving to a new home or whatever, just to get on board and embrace what's coming your way, and that it will achieve itself, because the Charioteer is all about that balance and determination. And the money card is here, the Earth money card. Okay, well, I do want to read from what the winter. Let's look up wolf real quick, because I think everything else is making sense. But let's see what the wolf has to say, because then that might share a little more information on uh, what wolf is trying to say, and then I'll look up the winter solstice, just because I think there's a message in that too. Okay, wolf. And they're back to back, winter solstice and the wolf. Okay, so the wolf, since I have it in my hand, wolf. Some of the strongest characteristics of our brother and sister wolves are loyalty, companionship, playfulness, and affection. They are exceptional parents and take great care of their young. We see similarities to wolves and domesticated dogs, particularly in certain breeds. Yet these tamed and distant relatives have long ago transferred their loyalty and pack behavior to humans. Yet wolves are still carnivorous, wild animals, surviving by seeking out whatever food is available that meets their dietary needs. This is instinctually driven and is the most basic and natural drive that all living things possess. Over the centuries, the encroachment of civilization into the wolves' natural territories and the periodic scarcity of game have prompted these beings to hunt wherever they could, which at times includes the ranchers' or farmers' cattle or sheep. This in turn has triggered a desire for revenge by these people so that they hunt and kill wolves, which has decimated their ranks. It's the so-called civilized world clashing with the world of the wild and instinctual. Whoa, that's pretty deep stuff there. Okay, and it continues. It says, you have lost touch with your instinctual sensitivities. It is the result of cultured and or religious proscriptions dictating that anything wild and instinctual is threatening and therefore has to be controlled or eliminated. Now is the time to overcome this limited mindset and tune into those instinctual cues. Let the spirit of wolf be your teacher and call upon this benevolent being for help identifying what those specific cues are saying. Shed some of your inhibitions with the only guideline being to do no harm. Experiment by getting out of the straitjacket of familiar societal norms and listening to those sensations in your gut that are trying to give you a message. It may be a warning or an urging to take action of some sort. Take some deep breaths and simply notice that your bodily sensations are telling you. Your mind will be the receiver of that information, and your body and mind can learn to work more closely with each other once again. Okay, well, we want to get that instincts going, no doubt about it. Wow, that was a pretty deep card, my friends, no doubt. And that's what's happening too, because now, since the Mayan 1221 back there in 2012, we are literally awakening, okay? And I really sense that a lot of people are being intimidated by that. Those that don't, want to search their soul, don't want to awaken. And I'm feeling some of that, but I don't want to change this new moon vibe here, but just keep praying, people. It's about being spiritually aware, no doubt about it. Okay, and let's take our steps that we're taking, these new beginning steps to achieve what can happen if we start, or make sure that we put our projects to deadline sometime in a winter solstice. So let's see, reflection. This midpoint of winter is not only the shortest day of the year, but also the longest night. The world is very still and the land dormant. Various festivals of light are celebrated and have for thousands of years, serving as a reminder that the light will indeed return. Throughout many cultures, there are tales describing this time as birth of the archetypal Sun King, including the Christian story of Jesus' birth, representing the hope of renewal from the darkest period of the solar cycle. This image portrays a simple yet powerful representation of the winter solstice. We see a clear reflection of the snowy woods on the still, frozen waters of the lake. The blue tint drapes the scene with an even greater sense of quiet and solace, inviting us to walk very softly lest we disturb the intense yet gentle grace of the scene. The reflection of the trees on the frozen lake reminds us that this is a time for us to go inside, to both our physical shelter as well as our internal world, and there contemplate the season that has passed, the season that is, and the seasons yet to come. And then it says, review the past year and ask yourself what the most important lessons you have had to learn are, what you have accomplished, and what dreams and visions you want to manifest in the upcoming year. Whether it has been a relatively smooth ride or a challenging series of events, acknowledge your experience as being the work of Source, no matter what your judgments, fears, or joys are. There you go. I'm feeling this is a good message here. I even got my little goosebumps going on. Okay, as challenging series of events, acknowledge your experience as being the work of Source, capital S, Source. No matter what your judgments, fears, or joys are, honor whatever has happened over the previous several months with gratitude and forgiveness. Then let it go. Allow yourself some solitude so you can spend some quiet, slow time in reflection. Once you feel complete, reflect on your present life, especially focusing on what you are grateful for. When you are finished, consider what is to come. And well, we want these projects, these new beginnings. Put your intentions out there, my friends. Okay? When you are finished, consider what is to come, all the different possibilities and potential that exist before you. Allow your imagination to roam without limitation or ambition and see what should show up. Notice how you feel in your body with whatever scenario plays out in your mind. These are previews of that which is gestating and can manifest and grow when cared for properly. Patience and stillness is called for here. For just as the earth cycles have their own pace, so does this cycle. Okay, very good. Thank you very much, winter solstice. And that's what we're going to do for this new moon. We're going to be reflecting on what we want to do, okay, from here on out, because the energies, I mean, let's consider if we're talking about a winter solstice for 2014, right? So 2 years ago was the Mayan. 2 years is gone like that, people, okay? So we need to now take these next few months, okay? These next few months, 5, 6, 7 months, and put the most, whatever you've ever wanted, imagined in your mind, that I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to try this. Make that happen for yourselves. If it brings you joy, and then if it's also some kind of, like writing a book that can bring you proceeds, whatever, just do it, people. Don't wait to not do it, okay? Even for me, and I wish I would have known. I wish I would have, there would have been videos like these in my 20s and in my 30s, because I would have programmed myself differently, okay? And it's not to say, I'm programming myself now to go to, how many years I have left, that it will be a spiritual path, no doubt about it. And it's a beautiful path. It truly is. It has given me, I'm getting emotional, people, but I have to say, I am grateful. I am grateful that I am blessed and I have an open mind, and I follow source, spirit. And, with the astrology now, the planetary actions, it gives me a lot of focus. And you feel these energies too. And if these certain types, the planets are doing one thing, we need to focus with that, okay? That'll give us the edge, the advantage, because it's all about energies. We're all about energies, my friends, okay? Electromagnetic energy, the planet, everything flows that way. So let's learn to work with those energies. And we can heal with it too. That's what the healing modalities are about. Okay, working with the energy healing. Okay, my friends, write on the book, write it down on a piece of paper. This is what I'm going to do. And I've given myself 6 months, 6 years, but this is going to happen. Make it this new moon in Aries. Write it down, journal it, give yourself some time and see how it all unfolds for you. Thank you for watching as always. I appreciate it, my friends, very much. Have a wonderful new moon in Aries. And I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.